Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst, and this is the Cup TV. I don't know if I said that, but I'm your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Purr. And even if I don't love everything that's happening in this castle, I still love my cup mug. hmm That makes me happy. And you can get your cup mug at monogcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And if you look to the right of the screen, there is a QR code. You can scan it and it'll take you to the shop. You can buy your merch, favorite the shop. Tell me how much you like me or the shop. Not me, the shop. The shop. Yeah. Because I'm not vain that way. I'm not narcissistic at all. You don't have to tell me you like me, but like the merch. And then we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug and your merch. Period.
Get your merch.
Things.
Hi everybody, I'm Brook. I'm pissed. That is all. You don't get the fun intro today. I'm not in a good mood. These people have pissed me off for the last time. Actually, I'm not even going to say for the last time. We still have another episode and a reunion to get through, so maybe not for the last time.
Maybe not for the last time, for sure. We're here. We're back. We're talking Traitors. Yeah, episode 10 happened. People were murdered. People were banished. You know how it works. And we're not, some of us aren't happy about it right now. You know what? I understand it. I understand both ways, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to get all that out. We're gonna release our feelings into the void. But before we do, we would like you to do us a favor. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. We are on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, or by June if some people have their way. So hit the subscribe button if you are a fan of anything competitive reality television, because we are here covering most of everything that we could cover on a regular basis. And it's about to heat up. We're doing Traitors. We're wrapping up Traitors in the next week. We have Fear Factor House of Fear going on right now. We're about to bring in Australian Survivor this next week. Survivor 50 next week. House of Villains is coming next week. We got 3 shows dropping all next week. And so we will be covering all of that. So if these are your kind of shows that you like to watch, and we're also throwing in our ANTM. We're talking about the docuseries that came out, and we're going to jump into our ANTM refill, looking at old past series of America's Next Top Model in the eyes of 2026. And oh my gosh, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to rewatch and see some things. And it's going to be very interesting. Also, we have a new show coming on the channel this weekend. You know how sometimes we don't cover all your favorite shows, or sometimes we cover shows, but you don't have time to sit and watch a full recap? Well, we got something for you. The Reality Roundup is coming for you this weekend, where we are going to round up highlights from all our favorite shows, some that we cover here on the channel, some that we don't. So you will get our highlights, just the highlights of the week of what happened on these reality shows that we cover here on the channel. And some we just watch for our personal enjoyment. Yeah, we do that sometimes. Sometimes we just watch shows just because we enjoy it, not because we have to talk about it on a podcast. But we're going to do that starting this weekend. So it'll be out on Sunday. So check it out if you like. Me and David are going to start this series off, and maybe have people join us later on down the line. But Reality Roundup is happening this weekend. So join us for your highlights of the reality shows that went on this week. So we will be talking about it. So that's the thing, it's happening. And so join us if you like. You know you want to. So just do it. And then follow us on our other channels at the Cup Pod for Dragon Drag Race. Follow us on our audio podcast links. Our Patreon is down there. Join us in there. Follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. We would love to have you. You can follow me on Brook if you like. But, you know, we're cool. We're nice. And, yeah. Brook, let's talk Traitors, episode 10, because I'm going to just say this. This episode went down exactly how I knew this episode was going to go down. But I didn't know how it was going to go down. I assumed everything that happened that was going to happen because it made sense, but I did not see the how of it all coming. Um,
I want to just be 100% transparent here.
mhm,
These were the two people I expected to leave the castle in this episode.
mhm,
Not in the order I expected them to leave the
mhm,
castle for sure.
mhm,
And not the way I wanted
mhm.
one of them to leave the castle. I can say that 100%. Um,
Absolutely.
and I'm just gonna go ahead and bury the lead a little bit here. Um, Natalie Anderson, you deserve better. And if these people try to talk some mess at you with the reunion, I bet you better tell them that you deserve better because you did. Um, but let's just get into it because
Let's get.
I have a limited amount of energy today that
Mhm.
I can expand on this episode, and I've already spent a lot of it being pissed. So I just want to do it. I want to get through it, and then next week I can talk about the reunion and watch as Lisa run a laugh in Colton Underwood's face, and then I'll be happy. Okay, that's all I need.
I
Because at
love
this
it.
point, I'm just gonna be transparent. I don't really care who wins. I just we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it. So we start off breakfast. Breakfast happens. They come in for breakfast, and they bring in the safe people first, which of course you do. Robin, Mora, and Eric and Mark. They are the first four people into the breakfast. We see Rob and Mora talking, and for it was interesting seeing Rob in this breakfast that morning. He looked down, and he looked a little defeated a little bit, but I really believe this is normal for traders to have this moment where the weight of being a trader comes down on them. And for Rob, he hadn't had that because he's really been doing what he needed to do and enjoying his role as a trader. And I don't know. I think this was an interesting I felt like this was an interesting thing that happened to him, but I felt like, oh my God, this is not the right time for the weight of the trader to come down on him because it looks suspicious in my eyes for somebody like a Rob to start having moments of melancholy and just I don't like he never did that. And honestly, I'm like it's really nothing to do with him being suspicious or trying to be suspicious. It was just him feeling the weight of being a traitor because now you have these relationships with these people who you do like, and now you have been constantly lying to their face for the whole time. You've been lying to their face, and they're looking at you with these trusting eyes like, you're not the traitor, are you? You're not a traitor. And you're looking at them and have to be like, no, of course not. Knowing full well you are. So I felt like, and we've seen this on past seasons where the traitor has those moments of like, as much as I wanted this kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. But he had to, you have to suck it up. And in that moment, I was like, I don't think he's doing a really good job of sucking it up because
Mhm.
he just felt bad. And then I do also think he liked Kristen. He liked Kristen. And you know what you have to do to look at these people who you're friends, who you like, and you have to either murder them or lie to them.
I'm gonna be real. I think this is one of those times when Angela Murray would have came down the stairs, clapping her hands and saying that the performance he put on was great for a low budget movie. Um, I didn't buy it, and I still don't buy it. I have thought 98% of what Rob has done in the castle has came off incredibly fake. And to me, subjectively, I'm speaking subjectively. I
Mhm.
think he does legitimately have friendships with these people. I'm not going to disagree with that. But the downtrodden, I feel defeated thing, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I think that when I've seen how he has reacted to other people that he is friends with and close with, and those people are going home, this just felt like we banished Steven yesterday, we banished a faithful. I need to come into this room and act a certain way so that way people won't be suspicious of me. And I mean, again, I'm not going to downplay him for that. But I also think that everyone left in this castle are playing scarecrow traitors, aka If I Only Had a Brain, and I can't be bothered with him right now and like trying to dissect what he's doing because he doesn't even have to do much for these people. I think they're gonna buy pretty much whatever he sells them. So, especially Mora, we've seen it this season. It's just like she's completely wrapped around his finger.
Mm-hmm.
He has her exactly where he wants her in his back pocket, ready to go whenever he needs. And I will say Mark seems like he may be waking up a smidge, but it might be a little bit too little too late, and we're going to have to see how that turns out later. But when all the safe people come in and Mark is talking about how they think it's Natalie, and I think this is a weird editing choice at minimum because these past couple episodes we've only been getting Johnny, and the heat has just been off Natalie. And I'm really curious as to what exactly provoked the Natalie thought beyond Rob and Eric in the turret being like, we need to get Natalie out tomorrow, either murder her or banish her. Because we haven't seen anybody being suspicious of Natalie since the banquet, like since the banquet episode. Nobody's brought her name up even. So like, in this moment, I was just really confused by however they edited this because I wish there's got to have been a conversation that happened with a few people at some point that just didn't make it into the episode. But no, when everybody starts coming in and we get into the Tara and Johnny come in, and I think they both knew they were both gonna be fine. Like I don't think either one of them was like really worried about it. But then Natalie comes in and Mother Kish is dead.
Yeah. I mean,
Rest in peace, Mother Kish.
it smart move.
No.
I want to say I think it was a smarter move for Rob than it was for Eric. Because if people were to look at anybody, they would look at Eric because of Mark. And if Mark went around saying what Kristen told him, and Rob if Rob wanted to, could have been like, yeah, true. And they started spreading the word. It could have fallen on Eric more. But here's the thing. And honestly, this was the first time in this season for me. And I'm just gonna say it. I'm a fan of Rob. People can
he's
not
playing a game. Nobody can deny that.
People can not like him for whatever reason and think he's whatever. I think Rob is playing a phenomenal game, and I think he's doing things that people are taking out of context, or I think he's using everything that he has in his arsenal to win the game. And a lot of people are like, it's pretty privileged. Okay, and if you got it, use it.
Use what you have.
Like use what you have. Use your whatever strategy you could use to advance you in the game. And the fact that he was able to take his pretty privilege, his country boy, laid back attitude, and make people just fall in love with him and trust to everything he says. Where's the bad part in that? Where's the part in there that's wrong? I don't know. But I've been screaming Rob's praises from the very beginning because I always felt that he could do well in something like this because of who he is and his personality. But this was the first time I was like, Rob is in trouble. Because as soon as Kristen was gone, and what he probably thought was going to happen was people were going to start looking at Eric and maybe not him, was the complete opposite. Because Natalie and Tara both were like, something ain't right. Natalie's like, why am I still here? I should have been gone. This was the perfect opportunity to take me out, was during that murder. Why am I still here? Who is in that turret protecting me? And she was like, I have to take my blinders off. And her and Tara have this great conversation of how they don't feel like either one of them are traitors. They don't feel that way. They think it's Rob. And they were gung-ho about it being Rob. Tara was on board, like, I think it's Rob. But Tara doesn't trust herself because Tara's been so wrong throughout this process. She doesn't trust herself, but Natalie trusts herself. Natalie trusts her gut. She hears Rob. She thinks about it. She processes like, yeah, because I've been close to Rob. I've been one of Rob's number one cheerleader from day one. And now, why am I still here? Maybe I have a traitor angel. And, that whole situation. And so her conversation with Tara was more like I'm waking up type of thing. And Tara was like, I think it is, possibly, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's Rob. Tara needed to get more people on board for her to start believing that it could be Rob, or Rob is the right move to make. Also, the dagger had a lot to do with it because they know Rob has the dagger. His votes will go count for 2 votes at the banishment table. All of that came into play. But I feel in this moment with this conversation between Tara and Natalie, I understand Natalie's frustration.
I'm going to rewind it a smidge real quick because I do want to be clear. I think that murdering Kristen was not the best decision for either of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think for Eric, it is exceptionally risky if Mark decides to grow a spine, which he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for Rob, I think the best choice he could have made in this moment was killing Tara. I think by far it was his best option. For a couple of reasons. One, Tara's dead. Okay. Natalie might be suspicious of Rob, but Johnny and Natalie, Johnny has not been going to people and saying Rob's name. Tara brought this up to Natalie. I don't think Natalie would have went on that track to Rob, right? Mm-hmm. Secondly, if Kristen does stick around, right, and they do go after Eric, why do you care? It's not you. It doesn't matter. And at that point, if you want to pull Maura into the end of the game and just bring her with you and make sure she's on your side 1000%, if Eric's out, you pull Maura into the turret, boom, suddenly we have 2 traitors again. Or, I mean, I don't know if they would I don't know if they do a recruitment on the last one. Usually they don't. But, I mean, here's the thing. Eric gone, it doesn't matter. Does not affect you at all. And honestly, it probably increases Rob's chance because they got a traitor the last time they could, to their knowledge. Have it confirmed. Getting rid of Tara, you break up Johnny and Tara, which is already going to be a problem come this next roundtable. And then you have Mark, Maura, and Kristen, who are all there, right? Either Natalie or Eric is going to get banished, so it doesn't matter. And then at that point, if it's Johnny, Kristen, Maura, Mark, and either Eric or Natalie, whoever's left, if it's Eric, he's probably going to get banished at the next roundtable. And if it's Natalie, she is definitely going to get banished to the next roundtable. You don't need her. You don't need to take her out at this point. You murder Kristen the next night, and then you're in a much better position. You've dealt with the biggest roadblock in your way, which is a pairing of 2 when we're in a game of 5. That is scary because now you're in a situation where you have to keep Eric on your side. And if Eric decides, maybe I should go with Tara and Johnny and take out Rob, what can you do to stop him? You can't.
I hear all of that, and I agree with you on that. That's the easy path. But here's the thing. Eric is never turning on Rob because Eric does nothing. Eric has done nothing. Eric, if he killed Rob, if he takes out Rob that night, he wouldn't know what to do. He needs Rob because Eric does not know how to be a traitor without Rob. That's the thing. And sure, she could surprise me. I don't think he could. I have no faith in Eric to actually do this in game properly without Rob. I don't have that faith in him. I feel if he goes against Rob and takes Rob out, with Kristen and Mark in that game still, oh, he's done for. He's not winning. Kristen could play that thing until she go vote him out, and he's not winning. Eric needs Rob. Rob don't need Eric, but Eric needs Rob.
So in the position that we're in now, where Kristen's out of the game, we know, we'll talk about it in a minute, but Natalie's not here anymore, right? There is no way that they're going to murder Maura tonight. And I don't think there's very much.
Oh, it's a big way they can murder. I feel they are murdering Maura tonight.
No shot. Zero chance.
Oh,
like I have no doubt in my mind.
And here's why I feel that way, because I know Rob knows better. Rob knows he needs to get this heat off of him, because he had some at this. We jumping all ahead, and I know. Rob had heat at the round table. Rob had heat. Natalie brought some heat. They had conversations. Johnny is still on to Rob. Johnny still has some doubts about Rob. This is why I feel like Rob is going to murder Maura. He murders Maura. Mark is like, Rob would never murder Maura. Rob would never. Rob would never. So Mark is clearly going to be on Rob's side. Eric is clearly going to be on Rob's side. Then that's 3 against the 2 of Johnny and Tara. And all they got to do is those 3 votes, vote them out. Period. Point blank. But you kill Johnny after you kill Maura, they take out Maura's gone. They banish Johnny. They banish Tara. Those 3 are going to final.
I don't think they're going to do any of that, honestly.
Oh, I think they're getting Maura out of here tonight or next week.
I think it's going to be Mark.
Either way, you get rid of Mark, same thing. You get rid of
Mark, because Mark is the person that I think is most willing to change allegiances.
Absolutely.
Out of the 4 people here. You kill Mark, you have Maura. You don't have to worry about Maura.
Absolutely.
You have to worry about Mark a little bit, right?
Agreed.
So you kill Mark, you have Maura pulled into your corner, and then it does come down to Eric. I don't think Eric will flip, but if Eric does flip,
he won't flip.
Rob has put himself in a position where he has to either keep Mark loyal and get rid of Maura, or keep Maura loyal and get rid of Mark, and that's not good for him. I think this murder caused a lot of problems that may not be transparent for his in-game just yet. I think we're going to see them next week. I think he's going to win. I think
he wins at first. I don't think he wins.
But I think he put himself in a lot more of a dangerous position than he needed to be going into this final 5.
I agree. He chose the road less traveled for this one. He didn't have to. He could have had a very much easier path, but he chose a very rocky path. But I still think, as long as they get rid of Johnny at the next round table.
I mean, either Johnny or Tara.
At
this point, it's kind of just whoever.
Right.
Because I just think killing one of them before you got to the finale was probably a good idea. But, here we are. Yeah, we don't really get a ton of content beyond this, triumvirate of people talking about suspecting Rob and then everybody else going after Natalie. Their reasoning for going after Natalie was so dumb too. It was just, oh, well, she's a gamer. And, would the gamer take out all the other gamers? She's been the only gamer in the house for 3 rounds now. This just felt, and I'm just going to say this, right? Rob and Eric had an agenda, right? Eric did one thing, which was briefly flirt a suspicion, keep his mouth. Great. Rob then weaves the word through to Maura. That's all he has to do. Maura's going to have it. And at that point, it's 3 people, right? And Mark was not very hard to convince. And at that point, that's 4 people. That's all you need.
Because I still think, as much as we say Natalie didn't have suspicion on her for a while, I don't think Natalie ever left anybody's brain. I think since the banquet, she has always been in the back of everybody's mind. They just had other targets before her. I still think, because like Maura said, I never trusted Natalie. Mark always had a sneaky suspicion of Natalie. They just didn't have a reason to push her before everybody else that they pushed before her. But I don't think Natalie was ever in the clear. And that's why I was like, Natalie is going to come up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And this just happened to be that point.
Yeah. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to the roundtable. I just want to be abundantly clear that the way this roundtable played out was not something I really cared for. And just like this mission, not something I really cared for.
This mission was so ridiculous to me. Like and you know what? I understand medical reasons. And so I'm like, if two people can't do it, why are we doing it? Let's figure out something else that everybody could do, because I felt like this was so unfair. Even them, having to. So yeah, I think Natalie was just going to be in people's minds. And this mission was stupid. And here we go. This mission, they shouldn't have did it. I know I said it before, but they shouldn't have done it. They really shouldn't have done it, because if you have two people who can't do it, then we shouldn't do it. Because it didn't seem fair that people were dizzy and running around dizzy, and Tara and Eric, for whatever medical reasons, couldn't do it, that they get to just go and unclip a thing and then run. It was like, it felt a little off, but even though it was too stupid, I didn't like it. I don't like this mission before in UK. I didn't like it here.
If you're gonna do this and have, like, okay, I understand medical stuff, and I'm with you, Lana, and I think the only reason they did this mission is because they still had it ready to go from UK.
Absolutely.
Which is pretty much what or vice versa. I don't know which one filmed first.
UK was first.
Yeah. Well, I know UK aired first, but I didn't know which one filmed first. But
I think UK filmed first,
ready to go from these two franchises that film in the same lot. So, like, clearly it was ready and able to go, and they were going to do it. But when I look at this and I think, okay, Eric and Tara both couldn't do this, my question is, if you know two people aren't going to be able to do this out of 7 people that are competing in this challenge, why are we not just changing it and having, if you're going to use the carousel, just make them all dummies and make them all have to put their dummies back on the carousel.
Right.
And add a little bit of like an RNG factor to it. I don't think it would have been that difficult.
It really would have.
But like, it was fine. In terms of like, the design of it was okay, I guess. Mm-hmm. They made a decent amount of cash, so I guess
they made a good amount of cash.
But I hate the idea of, oh yes, the last person, the one singular person who manages to get lucky enough to get on the carousel at the end gets a shield when people aren't riding the carousel. Like, that's really stupid. I'll just put it that way. And I mean, one of them won pretty handily, I might add. So, like, and honestly, real talk, Tara might have even made it into the next round if they had an extra chair on that carousel that round too, because she was like running right behind Maura at the end of that round.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, because they took out 2 chairs around her and Natalie got out. So like, when I'm looking at the challenge, I'm like, okay, well, sure, I guess, but it just feels a little stupid. I'll just put it that way. They're on this like carousel thing, and then it stops, and then they have to go rip apart carnival stuffed animals and plushies and find bags of money. And then once they found a bag of money, they run back to the carousel, and it's kind of like musical chairs.
Yes,
just like OTEV. OTEV is a lot like musical chairs.
Yes,
and they this is just the Traitors version of OTEV.
Yep.
I just put that one together. This is the Traitors version of OTEV.
Absolutely. Go find something, bring it back, and then somebody's going to be eliminated each round. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to OTEV. But yeah, Eric won a shield. They won like 23K. Congrats. Yeah. But stupid mission.
It was a stupid mission, and this is why I felt like I was like, dang it, Rob, you playing too much. Like, his acting was horrible in this one. I would give him to this. Like, I was like, I understand being frustrated, but Rob, you don't show emotions like that. You've never showed emotions like that this entire time. And now all of a sudden, yeah, you could say I blame it on the fact that there's less people. It's getting to the end. It's starting to get. No, Rob, I didn't believe you. Like, I would believe your breakfast situation before I believe this situation. And then you going in on Mark, like, for what? What are you talking about? Like, what was that about? You went up for 750? Like, yeah, that's the first one I found. I got back. What are you talking about? Like, I was like, Rob, you lose it. It was these moments. I was like, oh no, I'm not so secure in my boy making it to the end anymore, because he's starting to crack, and he's starting to crack under the pressure. And I was like, this isn't good. This isn't good. But I was like, when that was like, I'm not buying it, I was like, neither am I. Neither am I. And I want to buy everything Rob is selling me. I'm gonna be honest. I want to buy everything that man sells, because I want him to win, and I think he deserves to win. But that was so bad. And if I was in that game and I was sitting there like, even if I was close and had my blinders on for Rob, that would have to move the blinders back a little bit. It would have to make me go, hold on, what? What is
Cue
this?
the Angela Marie line for a second time in this episode. Like, I'm just saying, the performance last night was great for a low budget movie. Like, it was not good.
No.
Okay, these people, and I'm going to say these people, and I mean everyone here but Natalie Anderson, right, are buying anything Rob is selling them. He could roll up to all of them, look in their face, say, hi, I've been a traitor since the first round of this game, and they would still probably keep him at the round table that night. I am like that convinced at this point. His acting doesn't have to be better than a low budget movie, honestly, and like that's just where he's at. That's just where we're at in this game at this point. I do think this was very melodramatic for no fucking reason. And I'll be honest, him getting mad at Mora, that was risky. I'm just gonna say that was risky. Because Mora, we've seen a few times this season, most notably with Ron, where if somebody says Mora's name or says something to Mora a certain way, it doesn't always end up, it can, push her away and make her want to go against someone. The smart play would have just, and also, I don't normally come for Alan, like ever, but Alan, why are you speaking for Rob? Why did you do that? Let him articulate. Like, stay out of this. This has nothing to do with you. I love you, but like, him being like, oh, you're mad at the challenge. Like, Alan, shut the fuck up. Let him talk, and let him possibly sync his own relationship with Mora, because that would make this in-game 10 times more interesting. But instead, it just kind of happens, and then it gets moved on from really fast, other than Natalie, like, bringing it up a little bit later in the episode.
I will say this, though. Being a Love Island watcher and watching Rob on Love Island, this is the first and only time I'm going to go back to Rob on Love Island days. Him being melodramatic is not new for Rob. Rob is melodramatic. That is Rob. He has the moments every time. And I was wondering if we were going to get it, if I was going to be able to say, see, y'all, that's just how he was on that show. And that was the one time. No. Rob, you showed up again. You jumped in the pool and hid under the shelving. You cried, you rolled your eyes, and you melodramatic Rob. I didn't expect to see you in Traitors. I was hoping not to see you in Traitors, but when he showed up at this challenge, I was like, it tracks for Rob. Rob is a melodramatic man. He gets a moment. He has a hissy fit. He go run and dive and jumps in pools and yell at his friends, and that's just what Rob does. Hate to see it, but I was like, boy, you about to get yourself kicked out this castle. You keep acting like that. So,
yeah,
I wasn't surprised. Sure. I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
Any of my Love Island watchers who saw season 6, we were not surprised to see that, Rob. I was shocked that he let it come out this late in the game, though.
Was the only part of this mission that was entertaining, so I guess I'll give that to him. But
they win the money. They go back to the castle. But
Eric gets a shield that will not affect anything.
It will not affect anything. Whatever.
Yeah.
So we get back to the castle. And here's the thing. Natalie's been riding with Tara and Johnny, both way to and from the mission. They get back to the castle, and Natalie and Tara are like bosom buddies. They like besties. They hanging around with each other. The three of them are hanging out together. Now, Tara and Natalie has talked to Maura once and told them about their theory about Rob. Maura, of course, goes and tells Rob that they are thinking of coming for him. And so he's like, okay, so he's well aware of what is going to happen. And he knows he needs to get there for Natalie, try to go for Natalie. Johnny and Tara and Natalie are in the kitchen talking, and they're talking about Rob. And Johnny is being a little hesitant about Rob.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like, Then they bring up the dagger, and they're like, so do we go for someone else because of the dagger? And
no,
like, no,
you don't, because why would you? You have 2 round tables left in this game. This is the last time you will find out if someone is a traitor or not. He is going to use the dagger. Yes, it will make it harder to banish him because he has an extra vote automatically. But quite frankly, what other choice do you have? You have already, you two, and I'm Johnny and Tara specifically, 2 of you have already caused a bunch of mess today by pulling Natalie in and getting her on your side to try to convince her that Rob is a traitor. And guess what? It worked. You have her. That's all you have to do. You may not get Maura, and honestly, going for Maura over Mark and Eric was
crazy. You should have went for Mark. You should have went to Mark.
And they did go to Mark, and Mark was kind of waffling a little bit, and he did seem indecisive about it.
Yes.
And also, if you didn't want to go for Rob and you don't think it's Natalie, Mark would have went in on Eric. Yeah, you had 4 votes, right, for Eric. It would have been you 2, Natalie, and Mark, right? All 4 of you voting for Eric. Even if Maura and both of Rob's votes and Eric all go on Natalie, it doesn't matter because it's gonna. Hey, you won't get the extra vote if you vote again. So you can just vote Eric out. Congrats, you got another traitor out. And then when you get after the murder, one is going to die, which is what would have happened either way, right? One of you is going to die. And then you kill Rob at the next round table. It's all you have to do. It's not complicated. But when I look at this interaction between Tara and Johnny, Johnny's hesitant. Tara says she feels bad about it because she trusts Natalie and what she said in the car was honest and she believes her. I'm like, Tara, this was your plan. Why are you backing out of your plan?
It was the most craziest situation to sit and watch this round table where Tara starts talking. And Natalie's like, yep. And then you can see the moment Natalie realizes Tara is not about that life anymore that she put forth. You gave me this life, and now you're backing out of this life? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Because Natalie was like, yep, Tara's about to tell it, we're going for Rob. And then Tara starts waffling. It's like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't trust him. And Natalie's like, what? What do you mean you're not sure? So you just go sit back and watch because you don't want to be wrong?
Okay, so let me talk about the 5 different ways this pisses me off, okay? Way number 1, Tara opens the round table by apologizing for leading the Steven charge last round. But it wasn't just her, but we'll say that, okay? Apologizes for it and says that she wants someone else to lead the discussion because she doesn't know what to do. Okay, that's a terrible game move for you, but whatever. Then the second thing is it left Rob open to start the conversation. Rob goes after Natalie, so now if Natalie goes after Rob, it looks like she's retaliating. So there was nothing Natalie could do about that except to try to talk over Rob to begin with, which I guarantee you she did not get much of a chance to do. Then, add on top of it, Natalie goes back to Tara to try to be like, Tara, this was your idea. This was your thought. Why are you not doing it? And Tara's like, deer in the headlights, just not engaging with this thought process and this train of thought. And when that happened, I legitimately, I don't think I've been this pissed at a roundtable.
So
maybe
annoyed.
since like Peppermint got banished. It might have been that long since I have been this properly pissed at a roundtable. This felt really gross watching every single person in this castle talk to Natalie the way they spoke to Natalie at this roundtable, except for Eric, because Eric didn't say shit. The way that they were talking to Natalie, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Specifically Tara, because the biggest thing that really pissed me off is what happened after the roundtable with Tara. But I will give Mark this. I don't think Mark said anything out of line. I think Mark just backed up and said that he's still been suspicious of her for a while, and he's, not sure. And he
wants to hear from her. He gave her the opportunity to say what she can say to defend herself.
But here's my thing. Natalie could not have said a damn thing at this roundtable to stay in this game.
No.
It is nothing that she did. This is entirely on Tara and Johnny. And I'm not going to, and someone might say, oh, well, that's still only 3 votes. She still would have went home. But they could have done more, is the thing. They let Natalie feel like they were in a place to at least argue a case at the roundtable against Rob. They put that idea in her head, set it up, and gave her a false hope, essentially. Yeah. And then when we get to the roundtable, they just sweep it all under the rug and pretend like the mess didn't happen. They just put the big rug over the broken vase, and you can still see the little remnants of the vase under the rug. But it doesn't matter because the floor looks nice, right? The whole room looks good. Nothing's wrong, right? That's what really pisses me off about this entire thing. They basically pulled a sugar and gave Randy a fake idol just because they could, right?
Just us.
Wasn't their intention. I guarantee you. I don't think they set out to do that. But
no.
That's what ended up happening. That's where we're at. Natalie believed in these people and trusted them enough to take their perspective on this. And she was ready to go to war with them. And
with
the commander
them. To go to war with them. And wait, she was going to go to war with them against the person who she'd been riding with since day one. She was really literally ready to turn her back on Rob, who she has been down for since they got there. And it was like, now you give me this hope. We rally the troops. We're about to do this. And then y'all turn y'all back like, we never said nothing. And like you said, I don't think that was Tara and Johnny's intention, but that's what they did. And it felt gross. Now, the only reason I'm not as mad at Mark or John or Rob or Maura is because they never told her anything. Rob had to defend himself anyway because she was coming for him. So of course he's going to go for her. That only made sense. Maura is in Rob's back pocket. What else was she going to do? We know that was going to happen. Eric didn't say a doggone thing. I don't worry about him. And Mark literally gave Natalie the opportunity to defend herself and tell her, so he could hear more from her. Tara and Johnny it was
left her out to dry.
They hung her out. They said, here you go, girl. You just dry on your own. And
have the clothesline, take it, because that's
right.
That's where we're leaving you for now.
You. And then turned around and voted for her.
I want to acknowledge the other thing at this round table that royally pisses me off. Natalie going up to the circle after she gets voted out because she got voted. Okay, let's be clear. We've already said it a couple times in this. Natalie gets banished here. And when I'm looking at it, and not only does she get banished, it's a unanimous vote to banish her, which is
crazy,
ridiculous, which is absolutely absurd. That's the point. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm unbiased anyway. I love Natalie Anderson. She's one of my favorites winners. She's great. And I'll be honest, I like most of the people that are left in this castle, right? At least a little bit as TV personalities. They've been engaging. But when I look at this roundtable specifically, it just rubs me the entire wrong way. And it culminates for me when we get to Natalie revealing that she's a faithful, right? And the reactions around the room are what really color it for me, right? Because Mark throws his damn chalkboard, right? He is pissed.
He's
right?
pissed.
And I'll be real, he is the only person at this round table that I felt like had a genuine reaction.
Oh, absolutely.
Because granted, Eric and Rob, they're traitors. They already know. Nothing they're going to do about it. They have to put on. I'm not going to fault them. Mora, I don't think she really cared. I think she was just like, okay, well, oh well. And Johnny and Tara, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I'm just going to say, I don't believe them. I do not believe, specifically Tara, I do not believe how Tara was acting in this moment. Tara cries and says that I don't want to play this game anymore. You can vote me out. You can murder me tonight. I don't care. I'm done. Like, I just don't want to be here anymore. One, I hate anytime someone says that in a game.
Right.
Period.
Right. That rubs you the wrong way.
When you're now in the finale, by the way, awful.
Please.
Secondly,
spare me.
Secondly, when she's crying and stuff, this is where I'm going to come from Mora. Mora's comforting her and being like, oh, well, it's okay. I don't know why she wrote your name down. I think that was not a great decision, Tara. I don't know why Natalie would do that. I mean, people have written came for me and I didn't write their name down. Like, you didn't do that to Ron. Like, you didn't do that to, like, a few people. Like, you didn't do that to housewife. I don't remember which one. One of the housewives. Yeah, Dorinda. Like, you didn't do that to Dorinda when Dorinda came after you. Okay, Mora. But every single person, oh, well, Natalie responded the wrong way to this. Natalie, blah, 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 justifying their behavior. Natalie did nothing wrong. Natalie played this game with the cards she was dealt, trusted people, put their faith in people who brought an idea to her.
Right.
And then left her out to dry and left her with no platform to even try to defend herself. Like, this would be like saying, oh yeah, Donna Kelsey. Yeah, like Donna handled these accusations the wrong way at the round table when we voted her out. Donna didn't play a good game, let's be real. But why are we saying that? Because, quite frankly, by the time we went to that round table, we all knew she was going home. We all knew what was going to happen. And I guarantee you, the second Johnny and Tara made up their mind, they knew what was going to happen tonight too. Just like everybody else here did. Natalie, you deserve better. These people can kick rocks. I don't care. And moving into this finale, I don't really know who I want to root for. I don't really particularly want any of them to really win. I'll just say that. Because as much as Rob has played an incredible game, and I'm not going to knock that, I've not really been entertained by him, I'll be honest, as a traitor. He's made good moves and good stuff, but as a personality, it's just never really been my vibe. Eric as a traitor has been a dog riding Rob's coattails, so I'm not gonna. I like Eric a lot. He's been really fun as a character, but he was a bad faithful, and he's not been a very great traitor either. Johnny and Tara have lost any sympathy for me after this episode. And Mora has been riding Rob's coattails even harder than Eric has. So Mark Ballas solo faithful win. That is where I'm currently at.
It can't happen, but okay.
It can't, but that's just where I want. Mark Ballas solo faithful win is my hope.
I mean, here we go. I am on the other side of that. I am team Traitors, but I want Rob to win by himself. I feel like a solo Rob win would be the only deserving win, because what has Eric done successfully in this game quickly? Nothing. And Rob has been carrying the Traitors since he got there, and he did all the work. The work. and for Eric to come in and win at the end would just I would be sick. Um, as far as trade faithful, I don't want Tara and Johnny to win. I don't think the way I agree with the way this roundtable was handled. I'm not a fan. And Mark and Mora, I like a Mark win, but a Mark win would mean a Mark and Mora would have to win, and they would have to get rid of Rob, and I don't see that happening. Um,
I could see a world where Mark wins with one of Johnny or Tara. I don't think it's likely, but I could see it. I could see it being like they banish Tara or they banish Johnny, right? And then we get to the final four, and Mora and Rob vote for like one of them votes for Mark and one of them votes for Tara, and then Tara and Mark both vote for Rob, and then suddenly we're in a position where things could change. But I just don't see a world where there are only two combinations of likely winners here, which is either Rob with a question mark for Eric winning as traitor, or Johnny and Tara winning as faithful. So those are the only two combinations I see as even remotely likely at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if they don't kill Mark at this public murder that they left us on the cliffhanger with, by the way, if they don't kill Mark and they kill either Johnny or Tara, I think that would be so stupid. Like, that would be just...
Killing Johnny or Tara is going to hyper-focus the lens on Rob and Mora.
Yeah.
And if you do that, I think Rob is going at that point.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I think Eric might go first between the four of them, between the five of the people left. But separating Johnny and Tara now, what's the point? Like, at this point, what's the point?
Just take them to the end and vote them out systematically. Like,
do it at the round table.
Get them out the round table. Well, we'll do it again, and we'll do it again until it's right. I would just continue to do that, but I don't know. They just need to make the right decision. I think Mark is the smart choice, or Mora. Mark or Mora.
I think killing Mark is better for both Rob and Eric. For Rob specifically, I'll say, because Rob has more. He doesn't have to worry about it. Mora's there riding with him.
I agree. And
Mora is going to be the faithful that gets brought to the end and has her little Andy and Quentin moment of like, for real. Are you serious?
She might have a meltdown. There
you go. And that's what we're going to have with Mora if, Also note, this officially is the first time we have not had a CBS player in the finale of the Traitors US. So thank you so much for making that possible, Castle.
But the draft is the draft. And Logan has finally bit the dust with Mike. Mike and Logan are the first two out of the draft. I did it right. Okay. Jack is still holding on with Johnny, Tara, and Mora. Brooke has Eric and Mark, and I am holding on with Rob and a Dream.
Again, very good dream to have one.
Very good dream.
Very good dream. Realistically, I'll just say this. If I win this draft, it will not be alone. I'm just going to say that. Because I think Eric only wins with Rob, and I think Mark only wins with either some combination of Tara, Johnny, or Mora. Probably Mora. So good luck to all combatants. It will be lovely to see Lana win a draft again next week. And
it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm going to disappear for a second, but don't.
She disappeared for a second. Don't worry.
I'm back. Here I am. Yay. Yeah. That's what we got. That's what we're left with. We'll be back here next week with a very special guest, y'all. We got a special guest coming to join us. I'm so excited. Our two channels have come together to have an amazing drag artist, a drag queen from
Not yet.
Canada. Yeah, no, it's done.
I know. I didn't know if we were announcing it yet or not.
Oh yeah, we're announcing it because we want them to come back.
Okay.
We're having a drag queen coming from Canada's Drag Race. Miss Kara Milk is going to be here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
She's great.
She's amazing. We talked about this when we had her on the other channel during her exit interview, and she was talking about how much she loved Traitors, and we were like, "Oh my girl, you like Traitors? Then we do Traitors, and why don't you come for the finale?" And she said yes. So we are going to have a very amazing conversation and recap next week. We're going to talk about the finale and the reunion with Miss Kara Milk, and y'all should come back and join us. And it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time. So we'll be back here next week talking all things Traitors, the finale. This is it. We're wrapping it up. We're done. And I hope you have enjoyed this season. Let us know in the comments what you think about this season. Let us know who you think is going to be murdered. Is it going to be Mark? Is it going to be Maura? Is it going to be Johnny or Tara? Which one of them are going to go? Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this season thus far. Are you just as pissed as we are about Natalie's and the draft?
Let us know. Are you like me and looking more forward to the reunion than the finale? Let me know. Let us know in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to watching Lisa Rinna hand Colton Underwood his ass on a platter? Because I am.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Cannot wait.
I can't.
But yeah, Traitors is almost done, Lana.
Traitors almost done. We've done the Traitor circuit this year, and this is go wrap it up. And I'm excited. But we'll be back here next week to do the finale, and we hope you join us. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below for our audio podcast links, our Patreon, for all of our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow me and Brooke if you'd like, and where you can go get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Scan that QR code to the right of the screen. And we're going to get out of here because we got more stuff to do. We got more content to make. You can stick around and watch the next video. Hit the playlist. We got a lot of stuff you can watch. So we'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.